The Rothschild family is one of the most powerful and influential families in the world, known for their financial wizardry and immense wealth. The dynasty began in the late 18th century with Mayor Amschel Rothschild, a Jewish money changer and trader from Frankfurt, Germany. Through his 5 sons, Mayor Amschel Rothschild established a network of banks and financial institutions that would span across Europe and eventually the world. With their vast wealth, the Rothschilds were able to finance wars, governments, and entire industries, creating one of the largest empires the world has ever seen. This is the story of the Rothschild family and how they used financial acumen to build one of the most powerful and enduring dynasties in history. Financing the British war effort and building a financial empire. The Rothschild family, known for their immense wealth and influence in the bullion trade, found themselves at the center of the Napoleonic Wars. Nathan Mayer Rothschild, a member of the family, played a crucial role in financing the British war effort by organizing the shipment of bullion and arranging the payment of subsidies to allies. In 1815 alone, the Rothschilds provided a large sum of money in subsidy loans to Britain's allies. To transport gold throughout war-torn Europe, the Rothschilds established a network of agents, couriers, and shippers. This network also provided Nathan with valuable information before his competitors, making him and the Rothschilds even more valuable to the British government. Nathan used this information to make profitable investments in the government bond market, leveraging the family's immense wealth to make huge profits. Starting his business in Manchester, Nathan eventually moved to London, where he established N.M. Rothschild & Sons in 1811. The bank's mainstay of business was issuing bonds for government loans, and Nathan's influence in the City of London was so great that by 1825-26, he was able to supply enough coin to the Bank of England to prevent a market liquidity crisis. The Rothschilds continued to wield immense power and influence in the financial world for many years to come, pioneers of high finance and major players in the industrialization of Europe. The Rothschild family was heavily involved in the banking and finance industry during the industrialization of Europe, playing a major role in supporting railway systems and government financing for projects such as the Suez Canal. They loaned large amounts of money to European governments and also played a role in the independence of Brazil by raising capital for the newly formed Empire of Brazil. Additionally, they founded and funded several major businesses, including Alliance Assurance, Chemin de Fer, Rio Tinto Mining Company, Emirates, and De Beers. They also funded the creation of the African colony of Rhodesia. The Rothschilds were known for their wealth, art collection, palaces, and philanthropy. By the end of the 19th century, the family owned over 41 palaces and were considered one of the most powerful families in the world. The decline of the Rothschild banking dynasty. The Rothschild family, a prominent banking dynasty, experienced decline in the various branches during times of revolution and political upheaval. The Neapolitan branch was the first to suffer, as the capture of Naples by Giuseppe Garibaldi in 1860 led to the closure of the branch in 1863. The German branch also closed in 1901 due to a lack of male heirs. As national taxation systems were introduced in the early 20th century, the branches of the Rothschild family began to operate independently. The rise of Nazi Germany in the 1930s led to the forced sale of the Austrian branch and the seizure of assets during World War II. The French branch also faced challenges, with properties being seized during the war and the banking being nationalized in 1982. The Rothschilds also failed to establish a strong presence in America. The Rothschild banking dynasty in England. The Rothschild banking family in England was started in 1798 by Nathan Mayer Rothschild, who initially lived in Manchester before moving to London. He established a textile business in Manchester and then went on to create the N.M. Rothschild & Sons Bank in London. During the early 19th century, the London branch of the Rothschild family played a significant role in managing and providing financial support for the British government's allies during the Napoleonic Wars. The bank also offered financing for government projects throughout the century. The Rothschilds' power in London's financial district was so great that by 1825-26, the bank was also able to provide enough coin to the Bank of England to prevent a financial crisis. Nathan Mayer's son, Lionel de Rothschild, took over as head of the London branch, and the bank went on to financially support the British government's acquisition of the Suez Canal and the development of the British South African Company. The Rothschild family also had significant stake in the Rio Tinto copper mines and the De Beers diamond mines in South Africa. The London branch of the Rothschild banking family was managed by Lionel Nathan de Rothschild, Anthony Gustave de Rothschild, and Sir Evelyn de Rothschild, until it merged with the French branch under the leadership of David René de Rothschild in 2003. The rise and fall of Rothschild banking in Paris. The Rothschild family, known for their banking and financial activities, established a branch in Paris led by James Mayer de Rothschild. He played a significant role in financing the construction of railways and the mining industry, which helped make France an industrial power. However, the Paris branch faced a major setback in 1982 when it was nationalized by the government. Despite this, Baron David de Rothschild decided to rebuild the business, creating a new entity named Rothschild & Company Bank. Today, the Paris branch is a major force in international investment banking and owns several wine properties. Another branch of the Rothschild family, led by Nathaniel de Rothschild, was also established in Paris and became known for their vineyards, particularly Chateau Mouton Rothschild. The Rothschild banking dynasty in Vienna. Solomon Mayer Rothschild founded a bank in Vienna in the early 1920s, and the Rothschild family had significant wealth and influence. However, the stock market crash of 1929 caused problems, and Baron Louis von Rothschild attempted to stabilize Austria's largest bank, the Creditanstalt, to prevent its failure. Despite this effort during World War II, the Rothschilds were forced to give up their bank to the Nazis and flee the country. Their palaces in Vienna, which were known for their grand size and art collections, were confiscated, plundered, and destroyed by the Nazis. The family members were able to escape the Holocaust, and some of them moved to the United States. After the war, they returned to Europe, and in 1999, the Austrian government returned 250 artworks that were looted by the Nazis and kept in state museums to the Rothschild family. The Rothschild Bank's loan provision to Italian states and relationship with the Vatican. The Rothschild Bank provided large loans to various Italian states, including the Papal States and the kingdoms of Naples and Tuscany. However, in the 1830s, a shift away from traditional bond issuances began to impact the bank's success, and by the time of Italy's unification in 1861, the Rothschilds' primary clientele, the Italian aristocracy, had declined, leading to the closure of their Naples branch. Despite this, the Rothschild family maintained close ties with the Vatican even into the 20th century, with Rothschild being granted special treatment such as not having to kiss the Pope's feet during a loan agreement in 1832. The Rothschilds were even referred to as guardians of the papal treasure in the 1906 Jewish Encyclopedia. The Rothschild family's low-key public profile and philanthropic efforts. The Rothschild family has maintained a low public profile since the late 19th century, choosing to donate their wealth and assets, such as famous art pieces, to charitable causes and avoid flaunting their wealth. Currently, their business ventures are not as extensive as they were in the 19th century, but they still operate in a variety of industries, including real estate, financing, farming, energy, mining, winemaking, and nonprofit organizations. Rothschild banking operations. Rothschild Continuation Holdings, a Swiss-based holding company, has been controlling a group of Rothschild banks since 2003, under the leadership of Baron David René de Rothschild. This holding company is controlled by Concordian BV, a Dutch master holding company, which is managed by Paris Orleans SA, a French holding company. Paris Orleans SA is ultimately controlled by Rothschild Concordia SAS, a family holding company. Rothschild & Company Bank manages Rothschild banking operations in France and Europe, while Rothschild Continuation Holdings AG manages other Rothschild banks, such as NM Rothschild Sons in London. In 2005, 20% of Rothschild Continuation Holdings AG was sold to Jardine Strategic, a subsidiary of Jardine Matheson & Company of Hong Kong. In 2008, Rabobank Group, a leading Dutch investment and private bank, acquired 7.5% of Rothschild Continuation Holdings AG, and the two companies formed a partnership for mergers and acquisitions and equity capital market advisory in the food and agribusiness. This move was intended to expand Rothschild Continuation Holdings AG's access to capital and increase its presence in East Asian markets. Paris Orleans SA is a financial holding company that is controlled by the French and English branches of the Rothschild family and listed on the Euronext Paris. It controls the Rothschild Group's banking activities, including NM Rothschild & Sons and Rothschild & Company Bank, and has over 2,000 employees. The company's directors include Eric de Rothschild, Robert de Rothschild, and Count Philip de Nicolai. N.M. Rothschild & Sons, an English investment bank, primarily operates as an advisor for mergers and acquisitions. In 2004, the bank withdrew from the gold market, which the Rothschild bankers had traded in for centuries. In 2006, the bank ranked second in UK M&A with deals totaling $104.9 billion and recorded a pre-tax annual profit of $83.2 million with assets of $5.5 billion. Edmund de Rothschild Group, a global financial and diversified business empire. The Edmund de Rothschild Group, which was founded by Edmund Adolphe de Rothschild in 1953, is based in Geneva and operates in 15 countries worldwide. The company specializes in financial services such as asset management and private banking, but also has interest in mixed farming, luxury hotels, and yacht racing. The current chairman of the group is Benjamin de Rothschild, the son of Edmund Adolphe de Rothschild. In 2010, Baron Benjamin Rothschild stated that the family business had not been affected by the financial crisis of 2007 to 2010 due to their conservative business practices and focus on traditional client-centered investment strategies. The Edmund de Rothschild Group includes several subsidiary companies such as Edmund de Rothschild Private Bank, Edmund de Rothschild Financial Company, Benjamin de Rothschild Company, Coge France, and Baron Edmund de Rothschild Wine Company. The Rothschild family and their business ventures. In 1991, Jacob Rothschild, 4th Baron Rothschild, established J. Rothschild Assurance Group, now known as St. James Place Wealth Management, in partnership with Sir Mark Weinberg, and is publicly traded on the London Stock Exchange. In 2001, the Rothschild family mansion in Kensington Place Gardens, London, was put on the market for $85 million, which was the most expensive residential property ever to be sold at that time. The mansion was built of marble and had floor area of 9,000 square feet, including underground parking for 20 cars. In December 2009, Jacob Rothschild invested $200 million of his own funds in the North Sea Oil Company, and in January 2010, Nathaniel Philip Rothschild acquired a significant portion of the Glencore Mining and Oil Company's market capitalization and also a large share of the United Company Rusal Aluminum Mining Company. The Rothschilds controlled the Rio Tinto Mining Corporation during the 19th century and continue to have a close business relationship with it to this day. The Rothschild family's 150-year history in the wine industry. The Rothschild family has a long history in the wine industry, dating back 150 years. They originally purchased Chateau Brun Maton in 1853 and renamed it Chateau Maton Rothschild. And in 1868, they bought Chateau Lafite and renamed it Chateau Lafite Rothschild. Today, they own multiple wine estates in France, as well as in other countries such as North America, South Africa, and Australia. Two of the most well-known properties, Chateau Maton Rothschild and Chateau Lafite Rothschild, hold the prestigious status of Premier Cru Classé, or First Growth, in the Bordeaux region of France. Saskia de Rothschild became chairwoman of Chateau Lafite Rothschild in 2018, taking over from her father, and Chateau Maton Rothschild is now managed by Philip Serres de Rothschild, the son of the late Philip de Rothschild. The Rothschild family's art legacy and national gallery leadership. The Rothschild family has a prominent European banking and business dynasty that has a long history of art collecting. They were once renowned for having one of the largest private art collections in the world, with many pieces on display in public museums having been donated by the family, often anonymously in keeping with their tradition of discretion. In December 2014, Hannah Mary de Rothschild was appointed as the first female chair of the Board of Trustees at the National Gallery in London, further solidifying the family's legacy in the art world. And there you have it, folks, the incredible story of how the Rothschild family used their financial wizardry to create one of the world's largest empires, from humble beginnings in 18th century Frankfurt to becoming the premier banking dynasty in Europe. Their influence and wealth is still felt to this day. It's up to each individual to research and form their own opinion about the Rothschilds. Thank you for watching, and be sure to subscribe for more history content like this. Until next time, goodbye.